Welcome to the Weekend Warrior Postgame Show.
Postgame
Show!
Wow.
Captain Energy. All right.
Whoa. Relax.
Relax, Captain Energy. Mr. AZ.
There's so many things we didn't talk about today.
Dial it down.
Today was tough, right? There was so much we wanted to get into, and we couldn't get into it.
It's kind of crazy, actually.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Well, if these NFL legends would stop getting arrested for things, we would have more time.
I mean, we did spend half the show talking about the WNBA, though.
We spent a
segment.
We spent a segment.
That's like a third of the show. So that was a lot
technically, it is a third of the show.
Well, actually, it's less than a third. It's a small segment. The last segment is the largest segment.
That's true. Yeah, but I think that it was okay. I mean, the fact that the All-Star game is happening here in town, there is some interest. I mean, Keon, our producer, is taking his girlfriend to the game, and he bought tickets well in advance. So
she forced him.
Well, whatever. I mean, if it was by hook or by crook or whatever they say, right? But yeah, I'm okay with that, and it was interesting. So, sorry, I'm going to go on a little bit of a diatribe here, just a little bit. So when I was, yeah, right. When I was putting up the content for the website, I remember back in April, there was this little stretch of time when somebody on the show mocked and castigated me.
I don't know
eviscerated
that word.
me.
Castigated. I didn't do
eviscerated
anything.
me.
I did not castrate you in any way.
For talking about Caitlin Clark.
Dude, because you were creepily talking about it.
No, I was
It was
not.
a little creepy.
How? Play back.
You had to go to therapy.
Play back all of my audio.
You missed a show to go to therapy.
Did he not read you the text when he texted me to join the show? He's like, hey, I'm in the process of wanting to remove Neil because of his session with Caitlin Clark. Is there any possibility you can start coming on the show to see if you're a better fit?
By the way, the therapy, the treatment was fantastic. It was a hotel on the Colorado River in Parker, Arizona.
And it worked.
Fantastic. Well, it worked, but now you're talking about it. Like, if we don't bring up Caitlin Clark
about the sport
ever again, I was talking about the sport too.
All right, moving on. So, all the NFL teams who haven't won a playoff game in 10 years.
Oh, yeah, you wanted to hit on that.
Yeah, I really want to talk about this.
Okay, let's talk about that.
So, all the NFL teams who haven't won a playoff game in 10 years, which I got the 5 of them. I got the Dolphins 23 years, Raiders 21, Commanders 18, Jets 13, Bears 13. Who else is on the
Panthers 8, Cardinals 8.
So, we only have 5 teams who haven't won it in over 10 years or more.
Correct.
So Dolphins, Raiders, Commanders, Jets, Bears.
Yes.
Out of those 5 teams, who do you think has the best chance to win a playoff game first?
The Bears.
The Bears. I think there's no debate. Maybe the Jets. I don't know, Rodgers. Thinking about that, I didn't think about that.
Oh, gosh. What are you going to do? What?
I think the Dolphins.
No! What? With Tua?
Yeah. To win a playoff game? Yeah.
With Tua.
Yeah, to win a playoff game? Why not?
Okay.
You would take the Dolphins.
That's a talented team.
Over the Jets and the Bears.
Look, the Dolphins are a completely talented team that they had an issue at the end of the season last season. But if they get it together and have a good year, there's no reason they won't be in the playoffs this year.
You know what? I can see your argument because I kind of have a man crush on. I have a man crush on Mike McDaniel.
Stop the man crush stuff.
I have a man crush on Mike McDaniel.
Okay, I like him too.
I think he's a smart, innovative coach.
Dolphins were good last year until the end of the season.
Tua is terrible.
Is he?
He got exposed.
Is he terrible though?
Yes, he reminds me of Josh Rosen.
Oh, dude.
Oh, ouch.
Dude, come on.
That's harsh.
Come on.
If you take away Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle, he couldn't do anything. Though he has 2 elite wide receivers and he can barely do something.
I think he has a great shot at getting to the playoffs and winning a playoff game. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl, but I'm saying they could win a playoff game.
No.
0
chance.
No way. No chance.
No, I don't. I would. No, I am not a Tua guy. I love the coach. I love Mike McDaniels. He's a great. I don't have a man crush. I don't really have a man crush on anybody.
I do. Man crush Mike McDaniel.
I don't really do that. I don't really. Yeah. But
out of those 5 teams, to me, they are by far the team that can make that can.
Yeah, but when you get to the playoffs, you need a quarterback.
Bears have to get to the playoffs first. I think people are expecting too much from the Bears.
I don't. They were 7-9 last year, and after they made that trade, they had one of the best defenses in the league.
Expecting too much from them.
I don't. Here's the thing: I can see a lot of scenarios where the Bears back into a playoff spot. I
just don't see it. Not especially in that division.
They're not gonna win the North.
They won't be 1 or 2 in that division. They're probably going to be 3.
I think they back in as the last wild card. I think they're number 7.
I don't see it.
I
I mean, I'm not saying I don't want to see it. I'm just saying I don't see it.
Well, I'm saying that I can see scenarios where they back in. So
and if they back in as the
okay
last
with
wild
that.
card, they're going to have to go somewhere to play a better team and get beat. So remember, we're talking about winning a playoff game. They're not going to win a playoff game this year.
Jets.
Well,
Rodgers?
that depends on a lot of things.
Rodgers.
If
he doesn't run for VP.
If Rodgers comes out of his sensory deprivation cave,
what Aaron Rodgers will we get this year? We have no idea.
Goodness, I don't know.
Vice President Aaron Rodgers.
We haven't seen him play in 2 years.
We might get Vice President Aaron Rodgers.
Maybe. But think about it. We haven't seen him play in 2 years.
That's
we don't
funny.
know where he's at. He's older. What is he? His late 30s?
Oh,
he's 38, I think.
38, 30. I think he might.
Are you about to say he's old?
He
I'm
is
gonna
old.
throw something at you, dude.
For football, he is old.
Okay,
he's
that's
40,
a better way of saying it.
Yeah,
he's
that's very
40
true.
years
Oh my
old.
gosh, he is old. He's
at
old.
40, you
he's
don't know
old.
what you're going to get this year. He might be done. And I think, personally, I think he's done. I really do.
That's a hot take.
I think he's done.
Yeah,
So,
I think I agree.
I don't
with
see
you.
the Jets. The Commanders, no, because I love what they've done in the draft, but they're not there yet. They need more pieces, and they still got a ways to go. They won't make the playoffs. And the Raiders, they suck.
You know, Rodgers might be done, but he's still got a good-looking girlfriend. Mallory Edison.
He's got a girlfriend?
Oh, yeah.
At least it's not anyway.
Jeez.
Anyway, so back to the 5. The Dolphins, by far, are the most complete team.
Raiders?
No, hell no. Who's their quarterback?
I don't even know. Who is the Raiders quarterback?
Raiders quarterback is Ivan Ofalich. I have no idea. I don't know.
Aiden O'Connell or Garden Minshew?
So that's a big
Oh,
wow.
Gart Minshew.
No.
I am on the
You're
Minshew
fired.
bandwagon.
You're fired.
Minshew.
No.
Minshew.
Look what he did to the Colts.
You're fired, and you won't be here next week. So you're fired.
Minshew.
No.
Minshew.
So again, you're going back to the Dolphins. It's the Dolphins. And when you really break this down, it's the Dolphins.
I take the Bears.
Well, you're taking it because you don't like the Dolphins, but the reality is it's the Dolphins. You know you're
Caleb's better
You're
than
agreeing
Tua.
with me. I can see
Caleb is better than Tua already.
So I think we should write this down.
How could you say that he hasn't done one single snap yet?
Tua's terrible. He's just not good.
I would take Tua over Kyle Murray any day of the week.
You're
Any day of
intoxicated.
the week.
What is in this cup? Alcohol? Vodka?
This cup is as tall as Kyler. I will
Kyler?
take Tua.
You're crazy.
You know,
At least he can see over the line.
You're
I don't-
crazy.
I'm getting the feeling that the Cardinals are going to have a much better year than people think.
Thank you.
I'm just I just
We'll
get
see.
the sense.
I placed a bet. I did just because I was bored last night. I was like, D-backs to win and Cardinals to win for $5 to win it all. It pays like $25,000.
Yeah.
If the Diamondbacks win,
can you imagine?
That's gonna
That
go
would be-
trending on the internet.
that would be
There's a reason it pays $25,000.
fabulous because
Excuse
it's.
Excuse me, it's gonna hit, and I'm gonna roll over here in my brand new Toyota Camry, and you're gonna be like, "How'd you pay for that?" The Cardinals and D-backs both winning
And
it
it'll
all.
be a used one because that's not enough for a new one.
It might be actually right now.
Well, that's true. The car market is crashing.
Dude, the whole car market's in it's bad.
Free fall.
I know. So anyway,
'Cause I'm
it's a Dolphins.
free.
Okay.
Free fall.
Let's go into the midseason awards because we really didn't get to do that.
We did
We
not.
talked about MVP. And
There's
so
not
we're past
really
that.
any good awards.
Okay, how about
though.
the Cy Young? Who wins the National League Cy Young? This is a tough one. This is the toughest one.
Skeens or Skins or however you pronounce
No,
his
he
name.
won't win Cy
He
Young.
won't.
You
They
don't think
won't.
he'll
They
win
will
Cy?
not give him Rookie of the Year and Cy
Yeah,
Young.
he won't win Cy Young. He doesn't have enough innings to get Cy Young anyway. He won't do it.
Good point.
Any idea? I got Chris Sale.
I'd probably. Oh, hey, we're going.
I'm
NL.
going Chris Sale.
Yeah.
NL. It's a tough one though. He's close with Zach Wheeler and with Suarez and with Lopez. They're all in the mix, but I like Sale.
Was Chris Sale good last season?
No, but this year he's 13-3 with a 2.70 ERA and a 9.6 WHIP. The guy is killing it in 110 innings. So he's really stepped up for the Braves this year. I think he's right now, right this second at midseason, he's a Cy Young Award.
Why did Boston just give up on Chris Sale? Like,
Injuries. He never performed to his level that he was supposed to. The guy's had a lot of injuries his whole career. I mean, he's one of those guys that came out. Tons of people are going, "Yeah, this guy's going to be fantastic." He was kind of getting the whole Caleb Williams kind of treatment, and he just struggled, and he had a lot of injuries.
What, entitled?
Not in. Oh my gosh! Shut up. Okay, American League Cy Young.
I just like poking the bear.
Any
hold
idea?
on, we're not done NL.
Oh, we're still on NL. Go ahead.
Skeens is third in odds.
I don't see it.
I mean, I don't see them giving Cy Young and Rookie of the Year to him, but
Who was the last pitcher to win both?
I don't know. Has it ever happened?
I don't know that it's ever
Has anyone won Rookie
I think it's Fernando
of
Valenzuela.
the Year and Cy Young?
You think so?
It says Kyler Murray.
That's weird. How did that happen?
Yeah, it was that guy who he said.
Oh, Fernando Valenzuela was the last one.
Wow, good.
I actually know
You nailed
something. Boom! I didn't even look it up either.
Well,
I knew
he
that.
came out his rookie year and was dominant.
Oh, he was.
I mean, and he was
The last, arguably the last great screwball pitcher.
You know, it's kind of sucks for the Braves. They're not going to make a run this year.
Well, no, they've got too many injuries. Acuna out. I mean, Strider out.
That sounds familiar.
Acuna, Strider.
Too many
but they're gone for
injuries.
the year.
Ugh,
So.
that's gross.
Yeah, no, they don't have enough to win a series. That's their problem.
So Wheeler will probably get it just because the Phillies will have a better record, and they do look at that stuff, even though they don't.
Again, Wheeler's right there. He's 10-4, and you got the same ERA as Sale. I mean, these guys are really close. Their stats, when you go down their stat line, they're almost identical. I think Sale will be better.
What about Tyler Glasnow?
He's had injuries too, so we'll see how he comes back.
He's made of glass.
Wow.
He's made of glass now.
Welcome to the new Mr. AZ Sports Show, where my comedy is not laughed at here.
No, it's not. If he comes back and has a big August and September, he has a shot at winning it, but we'll see. Okay, go to the AL. Cy Young.
Corbin.
This is a guy that Corbin is definitely one of the guys.
I think I'd take Corbin.
It's him and someone else. It's him and Screwball from the Tigers. It's those two guys.
Did you say Screwball?
Screwball.
Oh, that's good.
Who the Dodgers are trying to trade for, by the way.
Yes.
The Dodgers try to trade for everybody. What's new? They tried to trade for me, and I said, no, I don't want to become your fan.
Screwball leads in ERA. He leads in WAR. He's second in WHIP. He's 10-3 on a bad team, a real bad team. He's third in strikeouts. He's just behind Seth Lugo as far as ERA. So I like him. I think right now he has an edge over Burns, but Burns is right there. This is another.
I think Burns is going to
really
catch him.
close one. It's going to depend on how they go, but those two are neck and neck. All right, enough with that. Rookie of the year, NL. We already.
It's already over. We don't. It's NL.
Well, don't say that.
NL Rookie of the Year. It's already
right now.
over.
It's Skeens.
No, there is. Even if he gets hurt, I think he wins it.
No, there's two guys on his butt.
No.
So Shota Imanaga having a great rookie year.
Yes,
for the
that's
Cubs.
true.
He's right there, dude. And then Jackson Merrill for the Padres, who we talked about in the beginning of the year because we happen to know his agent and a couple of people. He's right there as well. So no, those two guys are right on his butt. So Skeens right now is the hands down winner, but if he falters, those two can pass him.
So it's going to be competitive.
It'll be very competitive.
All right, I like that.
American League Rookie of the Year. Any ideas? Any thoughts?
Pulling it up. Oh, Gil. Luis
People
Gil.
are saying Gil or Miller. I don't agree. You can look at Gil. Gil's 10-5 with a 3 ERA. Miller's got 15 saves, 2.27 ERA.
3.17 ERA to get it right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 3.17
that's
ERA.
impressive.
Mm-hmm. That's great. How about Ceddanne Rafaela from the Red Sox? Look at him. He's got 52 RBIs. He's got 11 home runs. He's got 81 runs scored. He's fourth in doubles. I mean, the guy is killing it. Defensively, he's an elite center fielder, right? He's saved 8 runs defensively in 57 games.
That's impressive.
I mean, the guy, and plus he fills in at shortstop at times. The guy is a stud all around. He's having a great year. Some people are talking about him, but I think right now he should be the favorite for American League Rookie of the Year. And I think he can win it.
Yeah, I'd still take Gil right now.
Of course you do.
So are we through with this one? Because I do have a question for
we're through with that one. We're going to go to Manager of the Year, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, do Manager of the Year first, then I'll ask him.
Manager of the Year,
afterwards.
National League.
I didn't even look up Manager of the Year.
Think about teams. Who's your Manager of the Year?
Oh, you know what?
To me, this is easy. Both leagues, easy.
Well, it's not Dave Roberts, I can assure you.
Definitely not.
It's not Torey Lovell, I can assure you.
Yeah, well, I would.
National League.
Probably give
Guardians.
No, National League.
Oh,
it's Phillies.
Phillies, Rob Thompson.
Rob Thompson, yeah, for sure.
Look
That's
at
what
the
I was
year
going to
they're
say.
having.
Yeah, the Phillies are. Yeah, I mean the way they look right now, they look like. I mean they're competing for the.
They've
title.
had injuries to Turner, Harper, Schwarber, and Realmuto,
and they keep reloading.
They're still winning.
Because
so you got to give them credit.
Their
for that.
pitching is more stable.
And American League, who's that? You said it.
Guardians.
Absolutely.
There's no question about
Stephen
that.
Voigt, right? The Guardians. I mean, best record in the AL. Who saw that coming?
Not me.
So right now, halfway through the season, that's those two guys are by far Manager of the Year.
For sure.
So that was it. We were going to get into that during the show, but we didn't have time.
So Nathan.
I'm fired.
So for the second half of the season, what do you think? So a couple things with the Diamondbacks. How do you think they'll finish the season, and what moves are they going to make before the trade deadline? Do you think?
Well, there's how many games left? we've played 98, so it's
You got about 60, 70 games
64 games. I think they go. I really want them to win 37 because I have them to win 87 to 90 on a bet.
What
for
did
4 to 1.
What did you say at the beginning of the season? Sorry, what did you say at the beginning of the season?
92.
Yeah, so it's close.
If they hit 90, that'd be really impressive with how injured they've been.
Mm-hmm.
Will they be buyers? Mike Hazen, the general manager. Are they called general managers in baseball?
Yeah, they call them
Okay.
GMs.
I don't
they
think-
call them. Yeah,
I
they
don't
call
think they're
them.
buyers.
Mike Hazen said they're going to be.
I don't think they are.
I don't think they are. No, reason why I don't think they are is their farm system is not what it used to be because everyone came up. All our top prospects have come up to the league. So,
Yeah. Their farm system is rated in the bottom of the league right now.
yeah, it's like 20th,
Is
I
it?
think.
It's 24th or 25th.
It's not, and
That's
that's
close.
the only reason I don't think we're buyer is we don't have. We just reloaded. The draft just happened. We had 3 top 35 picks, which is great.
Right.
But we just don't have assets to give up to move when we need these guys to play next year. We need Jordan Lawler to play next year. So we don't have those guys. I mean, maybe you could give up some 30 prospects still, but still, I wouldn't want to move
Right.
prospects. I think you just got to figure it out in-house. You got enough people coming back. And we had a rookie, his name Dial, who just pitched 2 games for us, and he's been looked lights out as a starting pitcher. So maybe if you're struggling in the bullpen, you look at maybe putting him in long reliever for now for the season because you got to figure it out in-house because we just don't have the farm system to make trades.
Farm system, not change the subject. 2 top farm systems right now. Who are they?
Orioles and
Nope.
Dodgers?
Nope. Mariners number 1.
Wow. Okay,
Guardians number 2.
that's impressive.
Guardians are scary. Their farm system's really strong.
And by the way, both teams play spring training here in
they do.
Phoenix.
Yep. This
So-
is after the draft, but anyway.
Oh, after the draft. 'Cause I was like, I'm looking at one in
No,
April.
it's changed after the draft.
I was like, the one in April we got the Angels as the 30th.
Yeah, Angels are the worst
Dude,
farm, one of the worst
Angels
farm
are
systems.
just not in a good
But anyway,
By the way, we forgot to. I wanted to talk about it on the show, but we had so many other topics. And you'd mentioned it. You sent me the text about it. Wanted to call out the.
Wow, you texted him, but you didn't text me?
yes.
Our weekend warriors friend of the show.
Yes, one of them.
So Jacob Wilson is the son of Jack Wilson, who was a shortstop, I think, for the Pirates for many years.
Yes.
And his wife actually went to the same high school I went to, so we know each other. I got to meet them and talk to them when the A's played the
spring.
Dodgers in
Yeah.
spring training. So Jack Wilson's he seems like a really nice guy when I talk to him. So anyway, so his son Jacob was playing, and we weren't sure he's going to get called up. Well, Jacob Wilson gets called up to the show
2
with
days
the
ago.
A's.
Yeah.
Yep, he gets called up, and his dad's at the game. I didn't see if his mom was there, but I just saw Dad there. So Dad's there. He's super proud. I think it was his first at bat. He gets a hit. Proud moment. They show a picture of Dad. It's fantastic. And then the next batter, I think it was the next batter who hit a double, and so Jacob Wilson scored. As he was rounding second to go to third to go home, Jacob Wilson pulled his hamstring, and he hobbled to home plate, and he's injured, and he's already on the IL. Like,
Welcome to the Oakland A's.
good grief! I'm telling you though, but when I saw him play in spring training, he looked really good, and I was wondering why they
He
didn't
does
have him
look
up
good.
there now.
He's a good
But
player.
Anyway, so congrats to Jacob
Yeah.
Wilson for making it to the show.
Friend of
congrats
show.
and absolutely, we look forward to maybe someday having Jack on the show.
Yeah, that'd be
and
cool.
maybe even Jacob. We'll see.
So the Diamondbacks, there is 21 prospect after the draft, and just even like our top 10 prospects, some of these names, I'm just like, that's just rough. So it's like, if this is rough for our top 10, we just don't have the assets to literally trade. I like our Jordan Lawler. He's
good.
supposed to be good if he can stay healthy. Del Los Santos, he just can't play defense, but he should be our first baseman next season most likely. And then Yerber Diaz is the guy who's pitched twice for us. He looks lights out. And those are our top 3 prospects. And it's like, okay, if those are our top 3, we're probably not going to be buyers. So that's what I mean. Like, you might need to put Diaz in the bullpen. I don't know. You're going to have to figure it out in-house because there's just not. And this year, there's going to be a lot of teams that are buyers. It's going to be expensive this season. Like, there's just so many teams possibly in it. The Mets coming out of nowhere that people are going to be buyers. And this might not be a good season to be a buyer.
It's a great season to be someone getting bought, though.
Yeah.
You're going to make some money somewhere.
Yeah,
But I think
exactly.
the Dodgers are probably going to be buyers. I don't think
With the 16th.
I don't think they
Well, they
have
kinda have to.
They
They
have no
don't-
choice with all the injuries they have.
They have an entire starting rotation on the IL. They have 2 starting rotations on the IL.
They're going to be
basically.
buyers just to lose in the first round. or second, whatever.
It's all going to depend on how healthy and how fast they get
Well,
healthy.
okay, so that's a good question. So let's talk about that just a second. I know we're kind of running up on time here, and I want both your input on this. Okay, so if the Dodgers fail in the playoffs again, if they get a first round exit, let's even say a second round exit, does Dave Roberts keep his job?
No.
That's a tough one.
It's tough because of the amount of injuries they've had this year. I don't care who you are. That's tough. I think you give him one more year.
The injury thing is so interesting because I don't have stats. I'm sure there's stats to prove this, but it just feels to me like the Dodgers have more injuries than anybody else at any given time. It just it feels like
Their arms.
It just feels like that they're always. It's like a mash unit, and the Dodgers tent is always full. It feels like all the time. The Diamondbacks have had
They've had a lot
seasons at times, but ultimately, I don't know. I think maybe some research is in order to see from an injury perspective who's the most injured team on a regular basis. But like I remember in 1988 when the Dodgers won the World Series and they beat the A's, they were called the Blue Cross Dodgers because they had so many injuries. They had basically like mid-season replacements come in, like Mickey Hatcher, who hit more home runs than Mark McGwire and Jose Canseco combined, as it turns out. Yeah. But it's like they had pitching stability. That was the difference. They had Tim Belcher, who 8 innings in Game 1. Of course, they had Oral Hershiser. He's the story of it, right? Yeah. But they were able. So it's like this seems to be a thing with the Dodgers. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, especially lately. I think you give him one more year because next year you have Ohtani's going to pitch, which is a big difference. You'll have your rotation next year, if healthy, could be Ohtani, Yamamoto, Buehler. From there, Glasnow. Those are your top 4 pitchers. Those are number 1 starters anywhere else. So if you can't win with that rotation, if they stay healthy, then you shouldn't be there.
I mean, they're not going to stay healthy next year either, though.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know.
Glass is just never healthy. Guy is great. He's elite.
You're right. I can't argue that.
He's just never healthy. When I saw that trade and you guys gave him all the money, I was like, you're rolling the dice on if he's going to be healthy for playoffs. Half, so. He's great. He's a phenomenal pitcher. He just cannot stay on the field.
Yeah.
Like, he's just that typical NFL player that's the elite, best of the best, but they can't stay on the field. And that's
I agree.
So it's just...
Speaking of the NFL, nice segue. It sounds like we're going to have a couple of reports from... What are you doing? We have a couple of reports from training camps coming up. So
next week,
we're planning going out to a Cardinals training camp.
Yeah, Ralph and I are
as a group
going to Cardinals training camp.
Neil's going to come.
Oh, Neil's going to come? Oh, cool.
Anyway, well deserved, I suppose. But we also have our correspondent, our Los Angeles correspondent, is going to be at several training camps next week. Who is it? The Rams, the Chargers.
I talked to him yesterday. He said the Rams for sure. I think he's going to go do a drone over the Rams camp to show the stuff that they're building next week.
Oh, cool! Yeah,
the Chargers.
Assuming it doesn't get shut down by the LAPD.
The Chargers, he was working on that. I think he said the Raiders are not going to be in LA. They're actually staying in Vegas.
Okay, but then the Cowboys still.
Cowboys are going to be in Oxnard typically.
That's always the weirdest one. The Cowboys have had. The Cowboys have had
always.
The Cowboys have had training camp in Southern California for decades.
For as long as they've been alive.
Decades.
Yeah. That's because no one wants to be a Cowboys.
No, they want to get out of the heat. It makes sense. They go to Oxnard. Oxnard's really by the ocean. It's cool. It's just.
They do training camp here.
Huh?
Cardinals do training camp here.
I know. I'm just telling you, the Cowboys don't want to do it in the heat. They come to LA.
I mean, I do think there's something about doing camp somewhere else where there's no distractions.
Cardinals used to do it in Flagstaff, didn't they?
Used to. They need to go back to it. I think it's just better for the players, more bonding.
I think it is too. I don't like the idea of them doing it where they play. I
don't like it.
Yeah, the trend is coming, like having training camp at your facilities if you're able to. Like, for example, the Vikings used to go to Mankato, and now they have this beautiful facility in Eagan in the Twin Cities, and they do it there now. The Packers used to, I think they still do. They actually stay at there's a division. I don't know, division. There's a college, St. Norbert, which is there in Green Bay, and they used to have them dorm there. Don't know if they do that anymore, but I feel like the trend is trying to stay closer to home. I mean, they make billions of dollars. They're trying to cut travel expenses.
No, but I think if you're doing it away, like anytime you're at the stadium, you need to be in a special mode, like game mode.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think just doing practices at the stadium, it's hard to get in that game turn. Like, I couldn't switch that. It's like if we practiced like I don't know. This is a terrible comparison, but like if we came into the studio just to eat lunch and stuff, it's hard to be in studio mode when we're like when I come in here. I'm like it's studio mode. We got to be in that. Like there's just an element of you got in game day. You got to be on that level.
You're right. That is a terrible example. Boy, that was
wow.
I can't wait.
You should have seen that. That was like, here comes the pitch down the middle, and it's a home run. Like
here, I can't wait. Next week, Neil's not here, and the show's going to be 20 times better.
You should have seen that one coming, dude. Oh my gosh.
I did see it coming.
Wow.
That's funny.
Hey, so one thing we didn't talk about, you guys had it on the grab bag list, was that soccer finals. What's the deal with that?
Nobody cares.
I was curious though because I don't even know what it's about.
Well, what I care about is the fact that
this was a disaster.
Fans were breaking into the stadium before the game.
Did you see the person who had the full bottle of vodka?
No, I didn't see
there
that.
Was a guy, basically what happened is there was a security meltdown and fans were getting in without tickets. Fans got in the VIP section, so VIP couldn't even get in their seats. And they still played the game, which I think they should have canceled it because it was just a disaster. But the problem was people were bringing things in that could be used as weapons. Like someone got a full 750 milliliter bottle of vodka into the game and was like holding it up. And it was like, dude, if that got in, people could have got knives, could have got guns.
Wow.
It was just complete, utter.
Where was this?
It was at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
It just was a complete meltdown security-wise.
How does that happen?
I don't know. I can't say my 2 cents because I just don't want to be. I don't want to say something that's just not true. But it was just a complete and utter meltdown that they should not have played this game just for safety reasons.
So yeah, there were 27 arrests and 55 ejections, which is such a small number compared. And it was Argentina versus Colombia. So I happened to be out and about having dinner with friends. And I was at Calabasas at Sagebrush Cantina, and they had the game on, and they had a ton of people in there watching the game.
Really?
So Argentina and Colombia. So yes, of the arrests, this is a report from Fox News, so take it for what it's worth. At least 11 of the people taken into custody were also illegal immigrants.
And that's where I kind of was going with this. I just think,
but that's a news report. And I listen.
How many?
They said 11 of the
Gotta be
ones
more
that
than
they
that.
arrested. Of the ones that they arrested. Now here's the thing. They're very passionate. I think this has to do. We talked about the intensity of sports a couple weeks ago when I was railing about Dodger fans, and you know the point was made that obviously baseball is a different type of sport from an intensity perspective, and usually fans on a regular basis don't get excited until the playoffs or the World Series, right? But soccer outside of the United States is insane. It's next level.
I have something to say about that.
Okay.
Not the soccer thing, but the fan thing.
Okay.
So I went to a Diamondback game last week. I think you were at the game too.
yeah, you wouldn't hang out with me.
Yeah, I didn't want to be seen with you.
I'm sad.
Wow.
I was in the VIP section.
Oh, we got a rich man over here. VIP, very important.
Anyway,
I
I was going to mention at the bar. There was a bar right there.
What is happening?
You know the bar?
I think he
he
suggested
the
that.
main bar.
Yeah, that's what I suggested. I said
He
just
suggested
needed.
that.
I did respond to him, but then he didn't want to do it.
I just said I needed
anyway.
your ticket to sneak up there because you're a very important person, VIP.
Well, if you would have had that shirt on with that button like that, they wouldn't let
I
you
have
anyway.
this everywhere I go.
Anyway.
it's my brand.
My point was being, you had talked about your frustration wearing Dodger gear and people not being, you know. I had my Dodger. I went to a Diamondback game with my Dodger gear on because I'm going to represent. I don't really care.
Sure.
Right. I had Dodger fans stop me and go, "What's up, man? Nice jersey, bud." And they were just all over the whole Dodger thing with me. Even that when I walked in, which I thought was a funny thing because someone said this before. As I walked in, the guy that worked for the Diamondbacks goes, "Dodgers, man, I love the Dodgers," you know. And I was like, "Nice."
Yeah, no, there's a lot of closeted Dodgers fans working on staff at Chase
But
Field.
I had people recognize that I was wearing Dodger gear that were Dodger fans and said, "Hey, what's going on, man?" Dodgers.
Interesting.
So maybe it's just that they don't like you or it's your face or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it's.
I mean, seriously, I don't know what it is.
So
Yeah, I think it's probably just me. They don't like me.
So
I'm
question.
inviting and you're not. I don't know.
Question: Are we going to?
You are better looking than I am. That's true.
Well, that's a given.
That's
look at our
true.
logo. I'm 20 years younger.
I think.
That's you from that was you in the '90s, dude. It looks good though.
I don't know who's better looking.
And Nathan has his gingerness
Me.
is showing in that.
So we ran a poll on that on Instagram because
A poll?
And I voted.
I did like a Q&A on Instagram just because I was bored at work.
I voted in the poll.
And when he's like, all right, you're a ginger. And we ran a poll, and 59% of the people said no. So you're wrong. Majority rules.
59% of the people are blind.
How many people voted?
It was like 150.
Really?
Yeah, you had a lot of
My
votes.
Instagram is blown up because of the stakes. Like, it's gone from like 450 followers to like 2,300 now in like a month.
Wow.
Like, it's every day I get on, it just keeps going more and more. So like, I've been trying to be real and more engagement on it just because it's been going well. But they said no. Also, are we going to the D-backs Dodgers when they're in town?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's September 1st weekend.
That's Labor Day weekend. I already have tickets for the Sunday and Monday game.
Guess we're not going. He's already booked.
You have tickets for what?
Wow.
The Sunday and Monday game. I've already
I don't
got
have
tickets for
yet,
that.
so
Wow,
we are gonna go.
unbelievable.
Well, we can coordinate.
Unbelievable. I feel so unloved.
I bought those tickets before we even met, dude.
No, I told you, he was in my DMs begging me to come on.
Somebody remembers things his own way.
What version? Wow.
You-
The millennial reality distortion field is in full effect here.
You guys,
That's crazy.
you don't realize what goes up in my head. Half the time it's just a monkey going.
Dude, that's funny.
I'll make fun of you guys, but I'll make fun of myself too because that's just who I am.
Speaking of social media, so our X account, we've grown. We have over 1,500 followers
go.
now. So let's keep growing that.
Whoop, whoop.
Want to get to 10,000. So we're at 1,500. So goal is 10,000.
You need to flash your tits, and that will get to 10,000.
Wow.
I said you, not me.
Wow.
You. Be like, blah, blah, blah.
Anyway,
Do like
I think 1,500 is pretty cool.
do
start.
like an Edmonton Oiler girl move and just be like,
All
flash
right.
him.
Okay.
You did it. All right, we're going to 10,000
Yeah. So
next
anyway,
week. Anyway,
we're really focused on growing that.
and we've also finally got our website up and running. It still needs some tweaking, but it's up there. It's weekendwarriors.show. That's going to become our central location for all of our activities. So any of our podcasts, any of our radio shows, we're going to, you can still get them off 1580 The Fanatic for the radio show, but you can also come over to the Weekend Warriors website and see it. Now, keep in mind that our stuff is hosted on podcasting platforms, so all of the audio links will go to Spotify and all the video links will go to YouTube, but it's all in one place now. And we're going to also start eventually doing blog posts and putting them on social media and stuff. Nathan, do you write?
Yeah, with ChatGPT.
No. Sorry. Ooh, that was nice.
No, I'm a speaker.
Okay, so you don't write. Anyway, no. That's okay. I wasn't. Believe it or not, that wasn't a dig.
I
just want to know.
I can write if you want to edit.
Oh, I'm 100%. No. I'm serious.
Almost just spit his
Almost
water.
lost it there, dude.
I mean, I can write. I have good ideas when I write. It's just the grammar part is very challenging.
I got you.
And I am actually, you guys are going to laugh. Yeah, I am diagnosed dyslexic. So like dyslexia. You just witness it live in person.
Yeah.
So like I'll use the wrong verbiage of a word and not realize it.
Okay.
Like a lot, and that's why I don't really write much.
So know that I'm getting one of those monkeys now, and we're putting it in this.
Oh, that's great. No,
going behind you, dude.
but seriously though, that's cool because I work in product marketing, so that's my background. So I'm very happy to help. Anyway, so it sounds like the three of us will be contributing written content to the show as well.
We need to.
It's going to be good.
And we're going to have our LA guy in there too as well, right?
No, of course.
No.
Contributing stuff.
I have a feeling I'm going to do a lot of editing for a lot of
didn't we
people.
bring me on to make this more of an Arizona show and we're already going back to LA? Wow, that was quick,
We're
guys.
bringing him on because he's going to be at the different training camps.
Now, keep in mind too that the radio show is the radio show is very much about it's very Arizona focused. On the podcast,
it's
we will probably stray a little off of that. But the thing is, with the podcast, we can also do a lot of other stuff. So, like Ralph and I have talked for a while about doing a podcast just on the whole impact of NIL and the future of college sports. Like, so that's an example.
We have a lot of interviews we're trying to line up,
right?
So,
and interviews.
You haven't done the interviews with us yet. We've done some really good interviews. So we've got some interviews we're lining up that we're going to get into, and those will all be exclusive on the podcast. We'll just do like a minute cut of it on the show just to give it an introduction, but we're going to be doing some more interviews, including I know you reached out to the GCU head coach.
Yeah, he emailed me back.
Yeah, so we're going to be getting him on board.
I'd love to get him on.
We'll get him on, and we'll do some other stuff too. So, and again, next month there's big change coming. It looks like it's going to happen. It's about 80% right now.
Changes.
So, and it's going to be a good thing.
No, we're not getting rid of Neil, guys.
changes. Are you sure? You sure you're not getting rid of me after that?
We're not sure yet. He might
After that,
retire.
we're thinking about it. Yeah. I don't want to get another logo. Anyway,
right. That's the only reason why they didn't get rid of Neil is I don't want to pay for a new logo. Dang it.
Oh, we could crop him out.
Although I do like in the files you sent me, you have the disembodied heads of everybody separate. So I'm putting his face on everything.
well,
man.
if you look at our overlay,
Oh, that's why it's up
you
there.
see the heads
Oh, that's where the disembodied
over
heads
each one
are.
of us, and then you're kind of looking out at it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a booger and put it right up there in your nose.
Wow.
A booger.
Right up
You're
there.
going to get a booger.
I'm picking your nose.
All right, so this has gone off of
Nose.
us. Anyway,
This is good.
so you're gone next week.
I am out of town next week, going back to Minnesota. There will be no remote live from there because everybody's going to be at the cabin.
Oh, okay.
Except my family, apparently.
Oh.
So no, it's we're just going up there for my wife has a work trip, so I'm tagging
Okay.
along for
Work
a couple
trip!
days. That's right. So I'm gonna see my 3 kids.
Okay.
Kids.
That's right.
They're they happy about that?
They've seen so.
How old are
they
your
seem
kids?
Like they are. So my kids, I have my daughter is 29. That she just turned 29.
You're old enough to be
My
a
middle
father.
my
That's
middle
weird.
child is 28, and my son is 23. I had to think about that. So I've got 3 kids who are all adults. And
So you just called me an adult. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Because I'm older than your kids.
You're older than my
I'm
oldest
an
child.
adult. Oh,
No,
it's the
you're
first
no.
time someone's
You
ever called
misunderstood
that.
me. You're adult,
I'm an
not you're
adult.
an adult. So you gotta get that
And I
right.
think on that note, we should probably end this.
Oh, why?
We've gone off the rails.
Yeah,
I
we're
have.
off the rails.
I've gone off
So
the rails.
next week it'll be just Nathan and myself.
Oh, gosh.
That'll be fun.
It'll be great.
We'll have a good show.
It's going to be interesting, boys.
We're-
It's going to be an interesting show next week.
and there will be monkeys doing this.
Da,
whole
da,
show.
da. That was hilarious.
The whole show.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I've already got a meme in my brain already. We're gonna do this.
Yep. I got T-shirt, dude. Mr. AZ Sports with a monkey. I mean, I got merchandise.
No, the
ideas.
thing is, you got to have his disembodied head, but have the thought bubble. The thought bubble has the monkey with the symbols.
That's awesome.
It's perfect. All right.
All right, so that's the post-game show. We will see you guys next week. Have a great week.
Woohoo!
Everyone but Neil will be back next week, and he'll be back the week after that, as long as he makes it back from Minnesota. We know there's been a lot of issues with flights lately, so you never know. Anyway.
Wow. Hope they're
Wow.
fixed by then. Is that a threat?
That's a threat. Fly United. Ask Terrell. All right. See you guys later.
Wow. We got off the rails.
That was a great ending. Ask Terrell Davis.